Good morning, students. So now we are going to see quadratic inequalities. So exercise 2.5, the first problem, 2x squared plus x minus 15 less than or equal to 0. You see that here less than or equal to 0 is involved. So that's why it is called a quadratic inequalities. So first what you have to do, you have to take the quadratic equation 2x squared plus x minus 15 is equal to 0. You have to factorize this. So 2 into minus 15 is minus 30 and the addition of the numbers is 1. So the product of the two numbers should be minus 30 and the addition of those two numbers is 1. So I'll take 6 and minus 5. 6 into minus 5 is minus 30 and 6 minus 5 when you add your answer is 1. Okay. So the coefficient of x squared is 2. So it has to be divided by 2. So 6 by 2 is 3. So you can write this as x plus 3. And here minus 5 by 2. So it will be 2x minus 5 is equal to 0. So you have factorized. So you are getting x is equal to minus 3. X plus 3 is equal to 0. You are getting x is equal to minus 3. And 2x minus 5 is equal to 0. You are getting x is equal to 5 by 2. So you consider the quadratic equation. So and you have found the roots of the quadratic equation. After that, what you have to do, you have to find the intervals. Okay, here you are having minus 3 and 5 by 2. So it has to be marked on the number line. So here I have drawn the number line. I am going to draw. So this is the number line. Here it is 0. The origin is 0. So which is the smaller number? Minus 3. So minus 3 it should be marked on the left side of 0. And 5 by 2 should be in the right side of 0. Okay. So it starts minus infinity and end with it is plus infinity. So now you are going to consider the intervals. The first interval is minus infinity to minus 3. Next one minus 3 to 5 by 2 and 5 by 2 to infinity. Okay. So using the roots of the quadratic equation, you are going to write the intervals from minus infinity to plus infinity. So I'll take this first interval, open interval, minus infinity to minus 3. So here I didn't use the square bracket, I used the ordinary bracket. That means the set of all real numbers from minus infinity to minus 3. Minus 3 is not included. Here I have used only the open parenthesis. Okay. See, on this interval, what you are going to discuss now, you have to see the factors. So here, sine of x plus 3 and sine of 2x minus 5 and sine of 2x squared plus x minus 15. So see that here this quadratic function is factorized as x plus 3 into 2x minus 5. So first you have to check the sine of x plus 3 and the next factor the sine of 2x minus 5. The product of these two is nothing but 2x squared plus x minus 15. Okay, so we are going to find the what is the sign, whether it is plus or minus, we are going to check. Okay, you consider this interval minus infinity to minus 3. Okay, you have to take a point in between, any point in between in this interval. So I'll consider minus 4. X has now minus 4. So minus 4 plus 3. So what's answer? Minus 1. Okay. So minus 1, how it is? It is negative. So I have written minus. Okay. You can take any other point. Not only minus 4, you can take any other point in this interval. Next one. Sine of 2x minus 5 we have to find out in this interval. The same point you can take minus 4. So 2 into minus 4, minus 8. Minus 8 minus 5. So it also negative. And you see that you are going to check 2x squared plus x minus 15. what is this? It's a product of these two, isn't it? So minus into minus, this will become plus. Okay, so what is the next interval? Minus 3 to 5 by 2, because here you are having minus 3, the next point is 5 by 2, so you can very well consider the interval minus 3 to 5 by 2. So it is minus 3 is negative and 5 by 2 is positive number, so definitely you will have in between 0. So you take 0 and substitute here in the place of x, so 0 plus 3, so the answer, the sign is positive. So here when you substitute 0, so it is 0 minus 5, so that is negative. So you have to take the product of these two, plus into minus is minus. Okay, so next one, 5 by 2 to infinity. You consider this interval. 5 by 2 is what? It is 2.5. So you can have 3. So here if you substitute 3, 3 plus 3 is 6, that is positive. Here when you substitute 3, it is 6 minus 5, that is 1, this is positive. So the product of these two is positive. Okay, now you can come to the inequality. How this term, it is less than or equal to 0. Okay, so less than means this term should be negative. You see this interval here, in which interval this term is negative. So in the middle interval only this term is negative. So, and not only negative, it is equal to 0 also. So 2x squared plus x minus 15, at what are the points they are equal to 0? Minus 3 and 5 by 2. So you have to include minus 3 and 5 by 2. In between the real numbers, this term is negative. So this inequality is satisfied in the closed interval minus 3 comma 5 by 2. Okay, so we'll go to the problem number 2. In the same way we have to solve it. You see, solve minus x squared plus 3x minus 2 greater than or equal to 0. You see the symbol inequality, it is greater than or equal to 0. So here I'll consider the inequality, then I divided by minus. So it will become x squared minus 3x plus 2, and if you divide it by minus, the inequality will change. So here it is less than or equal to 0. Next I'll consider the quadratic equation. I didn't consider the inequality, so here I have written it is equal to 0. So I have to factorize. The product of the two terms should be 2 and the addition is minus 3. So we can have minus 1 minus 2. Take the product of these two, it is 2. When you add, what is minus 1 minus 2? It is minus 3. So you can write here x minus 1, x minus 2 is equal to 0. So x is equal to 1 and x is equal to 2. Okay. See, now you have to draw the number line as the rough work. Okay. So I have drawn the number line starting from what it is, minus infinity to plus infinity. So origin is taken as 0. You see now, what's the first number? That is a smaller number. It is 1. So it is positive. So I'll mark 1 in the right side of 0. The next one, what it is? 2. So 2 also it is positive. So it is also in the right side of 0. Okay. So next to 1. Okay. Now we have to split the interval starting from where to where? Minus infinity to 1. Next 1 to 2. Next 2 to infinity. Okay. So the 0, it's a origin, you need not include. So our numbers are 1 and 2. So starting from minus infinity to 1 and 1 to 2. Next 2 to infinity. So you can consider the 3 intervals. What you are going to check? You are going to check the sign of the factors. What is the first factor? X minus 1. Okay, sign of x minus 1. What is the next factor? Sign of x minus 2. Then you have to check the factor of, what is that? X squared minus 3x plus 2. Okay. So see now, minus infinity to 1. So minus infinity, it's a negative numbers and 1 is a positive number. So in between you will have 0. So when you substitute 0 here, 0 minus 1. What's the answer? Minus 1. So it is negative. When you substitute here 0 minus 2, that also negative. So how this factor has come? It's a product of these two. So minus into minus will become plus here. Next one, 1 comma 2. So 1 comma 2, here you can have 1.5. Okay, so you substitute here 1.5 minus 1. Which is bigger? 1.5. What is the sign of us? Sign of 1.5, it is positive. So this will become positive. Here 1.5 minus 2. Which is bigger, 1.5 or 2? 2 is bigger. 2 sign is negative. So this will become negative. So plus into minus is minus. Next one, 2 to infinity. So take 3. When you substitute 3 here, 3 minus 1, 2. So it is positive. Here 3 minus 2 is 1. So that also positive. The product of these two is also positive. Okay, go to the inequality. So this is the problem, but we have changed this. So here it is, the inequality is what it is, less than or equal to 0. Okay, so less than, first you just consider less than. So this factor is less than 0. Okay, less than 0 means what? It should be negative. So see, in this interval, in the middle part only you are having negative. So we can consider the open interval. And you see, less than or equal to 0 also there. So this quadratic function, when it will become 0, when x is equal to 1 and x is equal to 2. So these 2 points also has to be included. So therefore, this inequality is satisfied in the closed interval 1, 2. Okay, so we'll see the next one. It is a polynomial functions. Okay, so first we have seen linear function and the linear inequalities. Next we will move to the quadratic function and the quadratic inequalities. Now we are moving to the polynomial function. So polynomial function, how it should be? It should be in the form of an x power n plus an minus 1 x power n minus 1 plus etc. a1x plus a0 is called the polynomial function. Okay, a polynomial with the degree 1. So here degree 1 means n, in the place of n you should have 1. So you will have x term. So that polynomial is called a linear polynomial. A polynomial with a degree, what it is called? So here in the place of n you will have x squared. If x squared comes, that is a quadratic polynomial. A polynomial with a degree 3 means it is called the cubic polynomial. If the polynomial has degree 4, that is called quartic polynomial. Degree 5 polynomial is called quintic polynomial. So now we are moving to the exercise 2.6. Find the zeros of the polynomial function f of x is equal to 4x squared minus 25. You take this function and you can write this as 4 can be written as 2x the whole squared. 4 can be written as 2 squared. So 2 squared x squared, that can be written as 2x the whole squared, minus 25 can be written as 5 squared. So it is in the form of a squared minus b squared. So how will you write a squared minus b squared? It is a plus b into a minus b. What is your a? It is 2x. 2x plus 5 and 2x minus 5 is equal to 0. So you consider this, 2x plus 5 is equal to 0 means 2x is equal to minus 5, x is equal to minus 5 by 2. Take the next factor, 2x minus 5 is equal to 0, so x is equal to 5 by 2. So when x is equal to plus or minus 5 by 2, so your polynomial, it is equal to 0. So these two are called the zeros of the polynomial function. F of x is equal to 4x squared minus 25. Okay, come to the second problem. If x is equal to minus 2 is one root of this equation, then find the other roots of the equation. So it is a cubic polynomial. So whose a power, you look at the power, it is 3. So how many roots it has? 3 roots. Okay, one root is given. What is it? X is equal to minus 2. So we are going for the synthetic division. For that you have to write the coefficients of x cube, x squared, x and the constant. So x cube coefficient is 1. So here I have written x squared coefficient is minus 1 and x coefficient is minus 17, and this constant when you bring it to next side it is minus 22. So I have written minus 22. So substitute the root x as minus 2. Okay, so here first you have to put 0. Okay, what is 1? When you add these two, it is 1. So 1 into minus 2 is minus 2. So when you add these two, it is minus 3. Minus 3 into minus 2 is plus 6. Minus 17 plus 6 is minus 11. Minus 11 into 2 is 22. So minus 22 plus 22, it is 0. Because it is given, this is the root. But definitely it has to satisfy this equation. So here you will have the terms. So it is x cube, starting with x cube, and x is equal to minus 2 I have substituted. So this equation will become now x squared minus 3x minus 11 is equal to 0. So see the power is 2. So it is a quadratic equation. So you can use quadratic formula to find the roots. So for that, a is equal to 1. B is equal to minus 3 and C is equal to minus 11. Use the formula x is equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. When you substitute minus of minus 3 plus or minus square root of, in the place of b what you have to substitute? Minus 3 the whole squared minus 4 into, what is your a? It is 1. What is your c? Minus 11 divided by 2 into 1. So when you simplify, you will get 3 plus or minus square root of 9 plus 44. So that is 3 plus or minus square root of 53 by 2. So the two roots are 3 plus square root of 53 by 2 and 3 minus square root of 53 by 2. So here you will have 3 roots. Okay. So we go to the third problem. Find the real roots of x power 4 is equal to 16. Real roots you have to find. So consider x power 4 is equal to 16. Bring the 16 to the left side, minus 16. So here x power 4 can be written as x squared the whole square. 16 can be written as 4 square. Again it is in the form of a squared minus b squared. So it is a plus b into a minus b is equal to 0. This is x squared is your a and 4 is your b. So x squared plus 4 is equal to 0 means x squared is equal to minus 4. So x is equal to plus or minus square root of minus 4. Within the square root you will have minus. So square root of 4 is 2, you know very well. But square root of minus 1 has to be written as I. It's a imaginary number. So in 12th standard you will know about it. Okay. So consider the next factor. X squared minus 4 is equal to 0. Consider that. X squared is equal to 4. So x is equal to plus or minus square root of 4. So square root of 4 is nothing but 2. So therefore the real roots which are x is equal to plus or minus 2. So this equation has 4 roots, 2 real roots and 2 imaginary roots. So what is asked? Real roots is asked. So we have written x is equal to plus or minus 2. Next one, we are moving to the problem number 4. Solve. So this equation is given. Okay. So it is in the form of a squared minus b squared. So how it will be? A plus b into a minus b. What is your a? 2x plus 1. What is your b? 3x plus 2. So 2x plus 1 plus 3x plus 2 into 2x plus 1 minus 3x minus 2. So a plus b, a minus b. So this minus has to be applied to both the terms. So when you simplify, it is 5x plus 3 into minus x minus 1 is equal to 0. So if you equate this is equal to 0, 5x plus 3 is equal to 0 means 5x is equal to minus 3, x is equal to minus 3 by 5. Minus 1 is equal to minus x is equal to 1. So x is equal to minus 1. So we have found the two values. And move to exercise 2.7, the first problem. You have to factorize this. X power 4 plus 1. So x power 4 can be written as x squared the whole squared plus 1 squared. Now it is in the form of a squared plus b squared. You see the formula? You know very well. a plus b the whole square. What it is? A squared plus b squared plus 2ab. What is it? Here you should have plus 2ab. Okay. So see now. So a squared plus b squared is nothing but a plus b the whole square minus 2ab. This plus 2ab, when you take it to the next side, it is minus 2ab. So now our terms are in the form of a squared plus b squared. How this can be written as a plus b the whole square minus 2ab. What is our a? X squared. So x squared plus 1 the whole squared minus 2. What is a? X squared. What is b? 1. So you will get 2x squared. So I didn't change the first term. I have written as it is. Come to this. So you have to write the whole square. Okay. 2 can be written as root 2 the whole square. How the 2 will be written now? 2 is equal to root 2 the whole square. And already what is there? X squared. So how it will be written? 2x squared. 2x squared can be written as root 2 the whole squared into x squared. So this can be written as root 2x the whole squared. Okay. Now what form it is? It is in the form of a squared minus b squared. So the formula is a plus b into a minus b. So x squared plus 1 plus root 2x into x squared plus 1 minus root 2x. A plus b, a minus b. Okay, that I have arranged in this step, x squared, x term and the constant term. So we have factorize x plus 1, x power 4 plus 1. Okay, come to the problem number 2. If x squared plus x plus 1 is the factor of this polynomial, then find the value of a. See the word? This is the factor of this polynomial, then find the value of a. So, you consider the term, consider the cubic polynomial. So, this is the factor. So, when it is the cubic polynomial is divided by this factor. So, see that you know how to divide. Okay. See now, first you have to write the polynomial and here you are having 3x cube. So, here the first term is x squared. So, you are going to multiply with 3x. 3x into x squared is 3x cube. 3x into x is 3x squared. 3x into 1 is 3x. And you have to change the sign. You know very well how to divide. And these two getting cancelled. 8x squared minus 3x squared is 5x squared. 8x minus 3x is 5x. And bring this a to the term. Okay. So, here now you are having here. So, what is the sign for this term? You have to write. So, here you are having plus. So, I have written plus. Here 5 has to be multiplied with the x squared. So, 5x squared is here 5x squared. 5 into x is 5x. 5 into 1 is 5. And you have to change the sign of this. So, these two terms getting cancelled. 5x minus 5x are also getting cancelled. You are having a minus 5. So, this is the factor of this term. Okay. So, this cubic polynomial is divided by the factor x squared plus x plus 1. You are getting the remainder as a minus 5 and the quotient is 3x plus 5. So, you know very well about the remainder theorem. You see now, the remainder is equal to 0 if and only if x minus a is the factor for f of x. F of x is a polynomial. For that polynomial, x minus a is a factor means the remainder should be equal to 0. Here, this is the factor of this polynomial. So, according to the remainder theorem, the remainder should be equal to 0. So, therefore, a minus 5 is equal to 0. So, you are getting a is equal to 5. I repeat the remainder theorem. The remainder is equal to 0 when if x minus a is the factor of f of x. It's a factor, that word is important. So here this term is the factor of this polynomial. So when this cubic polynomial is divided by this factor, the remainder should be 0. So I equated the remainder is equal to 0. From that I am getting a is equal to 5. Thank you, students.